I'm gonna do a maximum profit problem from start to finish with you. First, let's just read this. So the Bel Air Tire Company manufactures two types of tires, an all-weather tire and a snow tire. The all-weather tire uses 1 pound of natural rubber and 1 pound of synthetic rubber. The snow uses 2 pounds of natural rubber and 1 pound of synthetic rubber. There are 160 pounds of natural rubber and 100 of the synthetic available each week. The profit from each all-weather is $10, while each snow tire makes $12. Okay, so what the objective of this whole problem is to maximize our profit using the materials that are going to keep us restrained, because this is all I have available. So when you write this function, you could put Z, you could put P, or just put equals. What is this about? We're maximizing profit of our X and our Y. So $10 for times however many all-weather tires we make, plus 12 times the snow tires. Now we know what is my X and what is my Y. Okay, so we're talking about the two different types of tires here. These are X's and Y's. Let's write our, sorry about that, constraints, okay? We have to only work with the material that we have. So what types of material do we have? Natural rubber and synthetic rubber. So the all-weather uses one and one of each. So one natural, one synthetic. The snow uses 2 natural and 1 synthetic. These are my constraints. I have 160 pounds total of natural, so that's going to be this. And this is a maximization problem. So I can't work with more material than I have. It has to be equal to or less than. So, and the synthetic is 100 total. So when you're building these, you're going to have problems where there's going to be more than 2 variables. This one just has, this one's a basic with 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to graph them using the X and Y intercepts. Then I'm going to find their point of intercept and figure out at what point I get the most profit after I plug in my points into this whole objective. Okay, so real quickly, if we have the first one, X plus Y equals 100. Remember, when I'm graphing them, it's about the border, so it's the equation, not the inequality. So if I have no X's, 160 divided by 2 is 80. If I have no Y's, X will be 160. If I have no X's here, it's just going to be 100 and the same. If I graph these 2 lines, I'm staying in the first quadrant because this is a business problem. That's why my constraints are X is greater than or equal to 0, Y is greater than or equal to 0. That means we're staying in quadrant 1 where it's positive. X is greater than 0, Y is greater than 0. My Y's go up to 100, so I'll do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I've got 160 on my X's, so I'm going to do 50, 100, 150, 200. Okay, let me graph this line. I'm at the y-intercept of 80 to 160. Yep, it's messy. Oh well. Here, 100 to 100. Okay, now let's talk about the inequality part of this. Let's go back up here. I'm going to plug in the point, the origin, 0, 0. If all of this is 0, is 0 less than 160? Of course it is. So I'm going to be going this way. is 0 less than 100. Yes, so for both of these, I'm shading this way. So the area that meets all my constraints is this quadrilateral in here, this polygon marked by 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Well, 0, 0 is never going to give me my highest profit. I have to test out these 3 points into the objective function to see which one makes me the most money. How can I maximize my profits? Well, this one is clearly the y-intercept 0, 80. It's already labeled. This is 100, 0. What is at this point? So you can put these in Desmos in your graphing calculators and just get this point. I'm going to quickly solve this system, meaning, oops, how about we just write it down, right? Okay, I have 2 lines. Where do they cross? That's what I'm going to find out. The point that's true for both of them, the one intersection. I'm going to use elimination. So I'm going to start by subtracting this from this. So the x's cancel. 2y minus 1y is y. 160 minus 100 is 60. Then I'm going to go back and plug x plus 60 equals 100 into that second equation because it's really easy. So I know x is going to be 40. So this point is 40, 60. So I have my 3 points that I'm going to test into my objective function, which is 10x plus 12y is my max profit. Let's try 0, 80, 10 times 0, 0 plus 12 times 80. So I've got, this point will get me $960 profit. If I do 10 times 40 plus 60 times 12, this one gives me 1,020, or 10 times 100, which is 1,000. This point would get me 1,000. So my max profit is 1,120, and that's going to happen when I have 40 all-weather and 60 synthetic tires.